Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. Hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. Hey, so this video is going to be a Cliff Note version of the Naziah Harris case. Shout out to the Charlie Project, who actually did kind of a Cliff Notes version of the details of her disappearance. If you don't know who Naziah is, she is the 13-year-old who was reported missing back on January 9th, 2024. Since then, Mr. Jarvis Butts, who is at the age of 42, was arrested and charged with her unaliving and sexual conduct and all kinds of stuff. He is a serial rapist. He is a repeat felon. Just everything that is wrong, it's him. Honestly, he should be the jail. I don't understand how this individual was allowed around any children, giving his history as he is a registered ex-offender. He is registered in the state of Michigan. I don't care if he's the father of my children, even though he wouldn't have been, but he should not be allowed around any children for that matter. And the people that were hanging with him, his so-called business associates, I would be questioning that. You don't know this man's history and he's your business partner? But let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, I want all of us to be on one accord. I am just now getting into this case, so I had to kind of do my research and kind of listen to different interviews and testimonies to so that I can get some knowledge as to what happened and what has transpired. This case was going cold, but listening to the preliminary hearings, I'm sorry, and individuals giving their testimonies, it is very evident that Naziah, along with other children, were abused. And it is a history within that family. Happened to the mother, happened to the grandmother. That generational curse was never broken. Prayers to the family that actually try to get out there and do something and is still trying to do something. They're trying to seek justice for Naziah Harris. What we see here is several photos of her. They believe that this picture here is the last photo that she took. And this is the photo of Gret's jersey that she had on. Not jersey, but the jacket. So she actually had two jackets on. If y'all look from the other photos, her around her. Like if you're actually sitting here looking at it, that baby was pregnant. And if you know you're trying to hide a pregnancy, you're gonna try to pack on a nose so that it appears that your tummy ain't stick. And if that's the case, that baby had to go what for 5, 6, or 4 to 6 months if she was actually showing. So missing since January 9th, 2024. Classification endangered missing. She was missing at the age of 13. She is 5'3", 110 pounds. Estimate. The clothing description: a black jacket, a white sweater, a pink, black, and white puffy Rugrats coat with a hood lined in brown fur, light blue jeans, and a red and white Nike sneakers. A photo of the Rugrats coat is posted within this case summary. Medical conditions: Naziah may have been pregnant at the time of her disappearance. Distinguishing characteristics: African American female, black hair, brown eyes. At the time of her disappearance, Naziah's hair was styled in two braided puff balls. She wears eyeglass, clear frames, and her ears are pierced. All right, details of her disappearance. Naziah was last seen in Detroit, Michigan on January 9th, 2024. She took the bus to school at J.E. Preparatory Academy that day. And while in school, she used her tablet to send a message to Jarvis Ramon Butts. He is the father of Naziah's aunt's 5 children. After school, Naziah met up with Butts and one of his co-workers at an auto repair shop on Connor. The three of them went to another part of Michigan together, then returned to the auto repair shop. That evening, Butts checked into a hotel. Naziah never returned home and has never been heard from again. Several items of the clothing she was last seen wearing, along with her school identification card and her earphones, were found in the area of 7 Mile and Berg Road near the Rogue River. The clothing is such a way to suggest a struggle. She has no history of running away from home and no history of truancy from the school. At the time of her disappearance, she lived with her adoptive mother, who is her biological grandmother. Her biological grandmother began searching for her when she hadn't returned home by 6 p.m., but she did not call the police until the next morning. When he was initially questioned about Naziah, Bud said he didn't know her very well, admitted although he admitted she texted him and that she sometimes did odd jobs at his auto repair shop. He said he hadn't seen her since late December or early January and denied having her on the day of her disappearance, something later proven to be untrue. In October 2024, Butts was charged with first-degree premeditated unaliving, child sexual abusive activity, and criminal sexual conduct in the second degree in her case. He has also been charged with sexual abuse of 2 other girls in unrelated cases dating back to 2012. One alleged victim was between 8 and 10 years old. The other was between 4 and 6 years old. The prosecution called him a serial rapist and said he has a pattern of behavior where he would target and befriend women in order to get access to their daughters so he could abuse them. And this is not to mention the 2000 and when was that he was charged? I believe 2015. Well, it says dating back to 2012. So this is crazy. Beginning in September of 2022, Butts started sending Naziah sexually explicit texts, and she sent him sexually explicit photos of herself. In 2023, she told Butts she had missed her menstrual period. By November, Butts was making online searches about abortions and drinking red antifreeze. Authorities stated his DNA was found on Naziah's clothing, and his cellular phone records indicate that between 11:40 p.m. on January 10th and 1:34 a.m. on January 11th, he was in the area where the clothing was later found. Investigators believe Butts may have attempted a clandestine abortion on Naziah that caused her unaliving. He is awaiting trial in her case, and Naziah has never been found, but foul play is suspected in her case due to the circumstances involved. Now, I do want to pull up his registry because this man, so not uh well, in addition to his weaponsist. Like he is a repeat. It seems that every single year, this man was going to jail for weapons. And it's very disturbing. Very disturbing that you keep getting caught. So here, this is the registry. Um, Incarcerated, so I'm assuming he turned himself in on a month later, a little under a month. Verification date was March 18th, 2019. This man was supposed to check in. Now look at this. So that's what I was trying to say. 2015, 2005. They convicted of criminal extramarital conduct with a person 13 through 15. He was convicted October 31st, 2005. So either the incident happened in 2004, 2005, between that time frame. So this initial case is why he had to be classified as an ex-offender. And this should follow you everywhere you go. They even have it like if you're on these apps, Life 360 and things of that nature, you you can pull up reports. I get a report every month of ex-offenders in my. The last time this man checked in, everybody has failed, not only Naziah, but also the minors that were in the area. They all failed them. Because I'm trying to figure out why y'all not out here looking for people who do not report as they should. Prayers to the family that are actually wanting to do something to get justice. And we need to stay prayed up for our kids. Be mindful. I'm still nosy with my kids. My oldest is 18, my youngest is 11. I have all boys. The society that we live in, I don't put nothing past anybody. I'm fully aware of what goes on in their life. And I tell them to ensure that they make sure that they're fully aware of their surroundings, whether online or in person. Y'all definitely tell me how y'all think this case is going to play out in the comments below. Like I said, this was just a quick cliff notes to get everybody caught up to understand exactly where we at, what happened, why we are at, this point right now, in hopes that when trial starts, everybody's on one accord. Once again, shout out to the Charlie Project, who put that detailed disappearance together. Definitely go check out the Community Advocate Network on YouTube for that 1 year anniversary where the family does speak about it. You find out there's a lot of stuff that you will find out. If you go to, I believe it's Fox 9 Detroit, they also have a series of the testimonies on there. It's all over the internet, but definitely go head over there, start watching these testimonies so that way you guys can get a feel for it. It's very touching, it's very heartbreaking. Every time, what's crazy, every time I see this man comes into the courtroom, he's limping. So I know one thing inmates don't play about is kids and elderly people. They will mess you up in there. So every time he come to court, he limp in a different way. They're not being kind to that man in there. This is sick. And he needs to be up under the jail. But once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, you guys, be blessed and I'm out. Bye.